Good afternoon, Bears. I'm your host, Sophia Tavanello. Welcome to Bear News. Today we'll be exploring a variety of stories ranging from right here at UNC to nationwide federal aid. UNC has been recently undergoing construction in one of their academic buildings. If you've been in Candelaria Hall recently, you may have noticed some construction happening on the bottom floor. Behind what is currently a big plastic sheet will eventually be a new student lounge and lactation area. Kirkley Keeter, Assistant President of Facilities Management, says the new additions will likely be finished within the semester. Construction on a student lounge in McKee is also set to begin this semester. In May of 2021, Children's Hospital Colorado declared a state of emergency for youth mental health crisis because the COVID-19 pandemic was making low-level mental health disorders worse. Many youth mental health facilities and organizations are overwhelmed with the patients and workload. School psychologists can be one of the first people to help students with social, emotional, and mental health needs. However, these psychologists are in short supply since very few people choose school psychology as a career. Two University of Northern Colorado faculty members saw the need for this profession to expand in Colorado and applied for multiple grants through the U.S. Department of Education. School psychology professor David Hulick and assistant professor Jacqueline Anderson received more than $5 million to create new stipends for students to join the school psychology graduate training program at UNC. Hulick said these grants are recognition that there is an issue with youth mental health and having school psychologists in classrooms can help aid the problem. The grant program will last 5 years and will train graduate students to have skills in evidence-based, trauma-informed, and culturally affirming mental health services for schools in Colorado. There are 3 different tracks the graduate students can choose from: bilingual, rural, or Northern Colorado track. For those interested in the program, 2/3 of their tuition will be covered as long as they commit to working in one of 3 places for 3 years post-graduation: Greeley-Evans District 6, a rural or Spanish-speaking community. These communities have the most need for school psychologists, so covering 2/3 of their tuition is an incentive for more students to join the program. While the deadline has passed for admissions next year, go to the link to find out more information about requirements and how to apply for the program. Next up, we have Drew reporting on a special student tradition here at UNC.
The Office of Student Engagement hosted the student versus staff basketball game Tuesday night. The staff dominated most of the game, but tied the students in regulation. The game went into an extra 2 minutes where the students ultimately took the victory with a final of 79-78.
It was really fun.
The event was a success, as many students hoped.
And you just know that it's just a lot of fun knowing the community of the students coming out here.
Good going against the faculty. I heard they won either 3 or 4 years in a row, so I kind of wanted to get a win and to just get a win for the men's basketball coach, and man, he was happy, so I'm glad I got that.
The event was a success, as many students hope that this tradition continues in the future. Back to you, Sophia.
Thanks, Drew. Many college students have found themselves stuck trying to get financial aid this spring. FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, recently updated the website to make it easier for students to get aid. However, many students and parents encountered shutdowns and crashes when trying to log in. The website was originally supposed to be open to the public at the beginning of December, but experienced technical issues and didn't open up until this past week. The website should be fully functional but can still experience crashes at any time. If you're looking to get any financial aid from FAFSA this school year, the priority deadline is June 30th. It's a new year, and that means it's time to make many New Year's resolutions to improve themselves. Reporter Carmen Machuca went out and talked to fellow UNC students about their New Year's resolutions.
It's a new year, and many people set and start their New Year's resolutions. What are New Year resolutions? It is a tradition where a person resolves to continue good practices, change an undesired trait, behavior, or accomplish a personal goal. As many decide to start healthy diets, start going to the gym, or pick up a productive hobby like reading. A few UNC students share their New Year's resolutions.
Not really. I'm just trying to be healthier. So we've been eating good. Me and my boyfriend have been eating really good. And I started a cycle bar class, so I'm trying to do that every day.
I did not. I didn't either. Expectations are low this year.
I like to read a lot, so my goal was to read 1 book each month this year.
But are there a way to start the new year on the right foot?
I don't know if it gives you a positive start. I feel like it could also negatively impact you because then you could just forget about it in the next coming months and not ever think about it again until the next year, and it just gives you an excuse to not start over or to be able to start over next year. So just prolongs it.
For Bear News, this is Carmen Machuca.
It's never too late to make a New Year's resolution. Thanks, Carmen. On the main floor of Michener Library, you'll find a mural dedicated to Hispanic culture painted last year by alum Brenda Vargas. The mural was introduced to help Chicano and Latino students feel safe and welcoming while studying. UNC has increased the number of murals around campus to help serve the growing Latino community. Students who have been in the North Stairwell of Candelaria Hall may recognize the life and times of Dr. Martin Candelaria mural. Dr. Candelaria was the first Hispanic professor at UNC. The mural is meant to showcase his life and Hispanic culture in a unique and wonderful way. If you want to check out some of these murals, head to Michener Library, the UC, or Candelaria Hall. Next up, we have Sam with the weather.
Thanks, Sophia.
Thanks, Sophia. Currently in Greeley taking a live look in Greeley right now. It's currently 33 degrees, and we have some cold weather coming on the way, and it's this Arctic air that people have been asking what's happening. So currently, right now, it's 33 degrees in Greeley, and for the rest of Colorado. And for the rest of Colorado currently, we can see temperatures around in the 30s and even lower 20s or upper 20s down in Burlington. But as you wake up tomorrow, this is when we'll start to feel these really, really cold temperatures. These are our morning lows, -9 in Greeley, -15 in Cheyenne. But as Saturday goes on, our highs for tomorrow, well, they're not going to be so high. As Greeley will have a high of 3 degrees, Denver will at least get to 10 degrees. And this isn't just a Colorado thing happening this weekend. As we can see, these are the highs for the next 5 days. As our high today is 35, tomorrow will be 3, on Sunday will be 8, and then on 10 and into next week, we'll start to warm back up just a little bit. But like I said, this is not just happening in Colorado. This is what's happening all over the United States. As you can see, this cold Arctic air mass start to move down throughout the United States tomorrow. But these are not the temperatures we will be seeing tomorrow, as our wind chill values is what we'll really be feeling. For Colorado, we'll take a closer look on what's happening. For Saturday, these are our wind chills, as Fort Collins will have a wind chill of -1. Greeley will probably have a wind chill around -5. For Sunday, these wind chills are only going to get worse, as Greeley's wind chills will probably be in the teens. As we look to Monday, these wind chill values will probably be the worst on Monday, with these wind chill values still being in the teens. So National Weather Service has put out some warnings and advisories for most of northern Colorado. In this light blue area here is our wind chill warning, going in effect to tonight and lasting all the way till Tuesday at noon. These are the winter storm warnings for the mountains, because with all this cold weather, we're also bringing in some snow. So yes, we will be expecting some snow tonight, as this is what I see. The storm system started to move in over northern United States. We've taken a closer look for Colorado. Greeley will be getting its snow this evening around 7 p.m. Here's UNC right here. And most of the snow also staying in the mountains, but moving on through out the east. And we're expecting even more snow coming on Sunday, as the bulk of our snow will be happening on Sunday, I believe. And even going into Monday, the snow will continue to linger around and cover most of Colorado. So with all of this, taking a look at how much snow we're going to be getting overall, most of the snow staying in the mountains, but Greeley, I'd expect anywhere from 1 inch to 3 inches of snow over these next 3 days. So taking a look for your weekend and into next week, your high tomorrow, 3 degrees. Please stay inside. This is very serious and very dangerous, as frostbite is an issue, and frostbite could happen with these temperatures in about an hour. So please stay inside. Keep Mr. Whiskers inside. Don't make any plans to go out, because roads will also be slick with these weather conditions as well. But we'll warm back up throughout into next week, and hopefully not stay that cold, but we'll take a break real quick.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Hi Bears, I'm Nathan Kitchen. Welcome to Bear Sports. Last night, the UNC women's basketball hosted the Montana Grizzlies for their second Big Sky Conference game. The Bears were down the first two quarters, 36-24 during the halftime. Now in the second half, the Bears increased their score, putting up 26 points in the third quarter to take a lead. In the fourth quarter, the Bears outscored the Grizzlies 43-21, ultimately winning the game 67-57. Four Bears had double-digit scoring in this game. Senior Hannah Semental led the way for the Bears with 17 points. Senior Delaney Byrne and juniors Seneca Hackley followed with 14 points, and sophomore Anaya Hall had 13 points. The Bears will play Montana State at 2 p.m. Saturday at the Bank of Colorado Arena. It was an overtime thriller for the UNC men's basketball team as they traveled to Montana last night, where they tied at the end of regulation. The Bears ultimately won in a classic overtime shootout 98-92. Junior St. Thomas led the scoring for the Bears with a whopping 37 points. Senior Jaron Riley added with 18 points. Sophomore Brock Wisney had 15 points, and senior Theo Hughes scored 12 points off the bench. The Bears will go back on the road to play Montana State Saturday at 6 p.m. at Worthington Arena. Up next, we have a sports news report from reporter Drew Peters. Take it away, Drew.
A UNC athlete has been removed from the wrestling team's roster after being disqualified during his most recent match at the Southern Scuffle Tournament in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The disqualification came after third-year wrestler Baylor Fernandez used an illegal move on his competitor, Taylor Lillard from Indiana University. In a post on X on January 3rd, the mother of the Indiana wrestler, Tina Lillard, wrote that he suffered a leg injury from Fernandez's move and was currently in a full leg brace. In her post, as well as posts from a popular wrestling page called The Wrestling Room, they claim that Fernandez has a history of using dirty and illegal moves against other wrestlers. In one of the Wrestling Room's posts, they attached 3 videos of showing instances of Fernandez being disqualified from other matches for using illegal moves. The UNC Athletic Department declined to comment on the situation when questioned by the Greeley Tribune, and no official statements have been made about Fernandez's status. The only thing UNC has said on the matter is that they do not comment on former student athletes. We will continue to follow Fernandez's story as it develops. Back to you, Sophia.
The sports world is definitely crazy. Thanks, Drew. The Recreational Center at UNC hosted the annual Winter Rec Fest Wednesday night. Students enjoyed the Big Pink volleyball games and mini football. The Balance Team event challenged students' ability to balance. The event provided a variety of food and had UNC gear giveaways.
I'm president of Club Volleyball, so I brought out my officers here to this event to try to recruit some girls for our program this spring. All of club sports was like us here. We have rugby and we have lacrosse and a bunch of different sports as well. Some of them are just here to hang out, but some are also recruiting for their teams.
I'm Sophia Tavanello, and I'll be your anchor this spring. I'm excited to join you all on this journey. Special thanks to our entire team, both on camera and off camera. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel to see previous and new broadcasts. Check out our Instagram page for updates on our stories. If you have a story that you would like us to cover or want to get in contact with us, please reach out to our email that is shown below. Thanks for tuning in today to watch the first Bear News broadcast for the semester. Stay warm this weekend, Bears.